Okay, I think we're live. I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. We're going to make the perfect turkey that comes out perfect every single time. So there's nothing to worry about here. I have completely thawed out my bird. And that is important. Make sure that your turkey is completely thawed out. I thaw mine out in the sink. This time, as I'm washing my hands, since we're messing with bird, I will be using my hand soap quite a bit because, like we talked about before, cross-contamination. First thing I want to do is I want to set my oven so it'll start preheating at 350 degrees. But checking to make sure that my racks, which are not, they're set in the right spot. To be able to have my bird sit in there and then hit start. So that part is done. I like to use these throwaway containers. They're very inexpensive and makes life really easy. And to make the perfect turkey every single time, I use the bag. Reynolds kitchen bags. This will fit a turkey from 8 pounds up to 24 pounds. My hands a good washing. Now I use real butter. So while we're doing this, I take one of these sticks, which is 4 tablespoons, and I go ahead and put it in my pan here and allow it to start to melt. Now I cut my turkey out of all of his little netting and get him out, get him ready. You also, before I even put my bird in here, I scrub my sink out very well. So my turkey is in a clean area of the sink. Okay, and we want to take the gizzards out. You're going to find them on both ends. This is actually helps to make gravy. And I wash my bird a lot. In the neck area, you'll find your gizzards. I am thawing the gizzards that are the neck and things like that are still in there, I'm going to go ahead and begin prepping my bag. You need flour. Definitely you need flour. Not too much. About a tablespoon will do it. You put it in your bag. And close it up. And you want to shake it around in there. Pretty much coating the inside of the bag. This helps the turkey not to stick to the bag. We don't want beef turkey sticking to the bag. Mm-mm. Can everybody hear me okay? I can't see the chat because I'm working here, I'm working. Get some muscles here a little bit. My butter's melted, so I turn that off. I flip my bird. Every time I handle my bird, I'm washing my hands. Okay, well that neck is still working on coming out. Turning my water on cool. And now I've got celery. So I take a couple stalks off the celery. And I wash it real good. And then remember about the really sharp knives. Make sure you got nice sharp knives. And the celery here, I'm cutting this because it is what our turkey is going to be sitting on. So it is not touching the bag on the bottom. So I just take my turkey sticks and I lay them on the bottom. Back to my bird. I always remove these plastic things on the bottom too. throw it in the garbage. And finally, the neck comes out. Fantastic. This particular bird has one of those red pop-outs on it. A lot of times they don't. So I'm going to show you how to check the temperature to make sure that your bird is cooked all the way through. It takes approximately 15 minutes per pound. So this guy's going to take about 4 hours to cook. Okay, my bird is now in my bag with plenty of room to spare. Okay, my butter. I get just a little, you can use a small measuring cup or whatever, you want to. But I drizzle the butter over the top of my bird, and I pour the rest on the inside of my bird. And then I just gently kind of just give them a little bit of a massage, tuck in the neck. So the butter is all over my bird. My water is hot, hot, hot. I know now a lot of people do things differently in the kitchen. I'm one of those that cleans my kitchen before I start, and I'm constantly cleaning my kitchen as I am going. So, okay, next, I got myself 2 red apples. I got smaller apples because I got a smaller bird. So depending on your bird size will depend on what size apple that you will want. Because one, we just wash, get the stem off of it, and we put straight in the center cavity of the bird. A lot of people stuff their birds, but I'm telling you, this, by adding the apple, makes the meat turn out so tender, so juicy, and so perfect every time. You've never had a bad bird. You can stuff your bird if you like, but I'm going to explain in a little bit on why I don't when I show you a little trick on how I make my gravy so it's not really salty. So now the second apple I cut up. So then more of the flavoring goes through the bird. just chop it up. It doesn't matter if it's big chunks, little chunks. It's just going into the center of the bird, and it's just for flavoring, so no worries. I hope everybody can see and hear me okay. This is so easy. I also wanted to mention the chili ended up feeding approximately 25 servings, depending on the size of the person, because we did have a few children. And all of those ingredients were under $20. So, and what we're making here, we're looking at possibly 16 to 18 people. And it was $30, and that was with stuffing, gravy, and rolls and other niceties. So when you think about it, cooking from home is really good on your budget, and you know what's going in your family's body. And you cook with love, and it's very meditative and soothing to cook. It's wonderful. I love to do it when my body's physically able to. I love to cook for my family. And, you know, a lot of these recipes that I have, and I come up with on my own and through trial and error, I've learned. I don't think I've had many errors though. So, but this trick I learned that I'm showing you now, I learned while I was working at Western Sizzlin', which is a steakhouse that was in Oklahoma, and we had Thanksgiving that we did for thousands of people. So we took shifts coming in and out all night long making turkeys, and all of them turned out fantastic. Okay, I've got some Lowry seasoned salt, a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder. Love my garlic powder. Garlic pepper. Salt and pepper. But instead of using the salt, I'm going to use Ormus. I don't know, I haven't seen much from her in a while, but T. Taylor makes this, and a little dab goes a long ways. So instead of the salt, we're going to use Ormus. Okay. So with the garlic powder, just a little bit, and more in the center towards where we put our apples. Lowry's, I'm a little more generous with it because it helps like a crust type on the skin, and it makes it taste so much yummier. A little bit of onion powder, or you could chop up some fresh onion. Oh, I wasn't done with my chopper. I want to put some celery also in the middle. And then now I'm putting garlic pepper. Garlic pepper. You know, garlic is so good for us. She gives us these cute little scoopers. This Ormus has lasted me forever. Since she sent it to me, I mean, I still have it. Okay. Gotta be able to see which side's got the opening. That helps. Just a little bit of Ormus goes a long way. And it's really good for you. But if you don't have Ormus, use salt. Okay, let me get another cooking or cutting, because I do want to put some celery inside my burger. Water. Do one more. Celery is an excellent source of fiber. You know, with the excess celery, when you make your veggie trays or your salad, you can take the celery and cut it into, little, I don't know, maybe 4-inch size. Smear some peanut butter inside of them and put raisins on top of the peanut butter. And it's called ants on a log. And they also look really cute on your veggie tray. And kids will eat them because they're so cute. So if you want to get some good stuff into your children's mouths, that is definitely the way to go. The cuter it looks, the more they'll eat it. Okay, so now I'm going to put my celery in with my apples inside my bird. Okay. All right. So that's it for preparing our bird. Now what we're going to do, since he's all ready to go, this one, like I said, came with the red popper. So when this little popper comes out, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little red popper. That tells you when your turkey's done. So you'll want that to be facing out when you are putting him in the oven. So that way when you turn your oven light on or you peek in, when you see that popper pop out, you know your bird is done. The last thing we need to do is you cut a few holes. Just for a little bit of ventilation. Check the time. 1:46. So it looks like we'll be back live at, I'd say, 4-ish. And we'll finish up with how to carve our bird and the gravy and yeah, what we're coming up with. Enjoy your Thanksgiving dinner. And honey, come put the bird in the oven. He's ready. So let me go over the ingredients again. Very simple. Garlic powder, Lowry seasoning, excuse me, garlic pepper. I used Ormus, instead of salt, but you could use salt. I used garlic pepper. I forgot to put the pepper on it, but it's going to be fine because it's really flavored. Okay, the popper's here, honey, so I need it slid in sideways with the popper side out. Is it off? It doesn't need to be off. Is there anybody even talking? Oh, hi, I can't see the chat, so. Oh, he doesn't want to be in the shot. You are such a big boo. That side off. Okay. Fine. Perfect. All right. I'm going to clean up my mess, and we will be back for part 2 with making the gravy, giving you some options, and some tips on what I do to make it less salty, a little more palatable. So it'll make that your Thanksgiving dinner even that much better. And I'm going to show you this turkey's going to be absolutely amazing. And it should feed, I would say, about 20 people. So see you guys in a little bit. Peace. I love you. You know how to click it off? No. Oh. Sorry, guys.
You don't either.
I did before. Yes.